Hey guys, what's up? Travis here with Idaho 2A Tactical. Hey, I hope everybody's doing well out there. I want to talk to you about some new triggers from Elftmann Tactical. I talked to Alex and Art Elftmann at SHOT Show about a month ago and learned that they have come out with a new trigger. So a lot of people in the B&T community are familiar with the APC-9 Limited, and the APC-9 Limited comes with a metal lower, it comes with the Elftmann trigger, and this is what the Elftmann trigger looks like that's installed in those firearms. It looks like that, and there's an adjustment screw back here to adjust the pull weight of the trigger, and these were available and to some extent are still available in a flat face trigger and then the curved trigger. So this is the curved trigger shoe, same mechanics as the other one there. But Elftmann has stopped selling these models and they've decided to go with a different design. And so this is the Apex trigger. This is the prototype from SHOT Show that we were given. And you'll see the design is a little bit different than what the new trigger ships as. So this is the trigger that ships currently. And so the new trigger is available with a flat face trigger shoe or a curved trigger shoe, and it's adjustable. You can change the height, and it is held on by an Allen screw. And these triggers come with all the tools that you need to install them. We also do the installs for you if you need them installed. Let's talk about the difference between the two triggers though. You can clearly see that there's a difference in the mechanics, right? So on the older style, there is a single point disconnector, like a traditional AR style firearm. And on the new trigger, this Apex in particular, the Apex trigger has 2 points of contact for disconnectors. So there's no chance that this is going to skip. I talked to Art Elftmann, and he mentioned that they do a lot of testing on these triggers, as you can imagine. I think he mentioned that maybe like 1 out of 5,000 trigger pulls, this one maybe would skip. And to eliminate that, they put both disconnectors in here. And it doesn't impact how it operates. It operates like a normal semi-auto trigger, runs great. And I'll show you that here in just a minute. We'll do some trigger pulls. But these come with bearings in them. This is a threaded bushing through here and here. We sell the longer screws for the B&T firearms if you're ever interested in purchasing one of these. These are the same price as the prior ones were. We do still have some of the prior style triggers, so we don't have I have a couple of the flat face left over. But I was kind of blown away. I never thought I would like the curved version of this, and I had it set in my head that if I'm wrapping my finger around that trigger, I was worried that this wire trigger shoe was gonna kind of dig into my finger. And I installed this on an APC 223 Pro just to try it out, keep an open mind. And I was pretty shocked. I actually like this trigger better than I do the flat face trigger. This was much more comfortable for my hand. I'm a medium-sized frame. My hand is about medium size. So for me, on the stock B&T grips, and this trigger, it fit like a glove. It felt fantastic. So I like this trigger. We have a lot of these. We have like 8 of these triggers left, and I'm not just trying to upsell you on these triggers. I genuinely feel that I like them. Everybody's different, and I've always been a fan of the flat face triggers. But again, I was shocked that I actually liked that one as much as I did. There's also another point to mention, and that is the mechanics of the safety. So this is a stock B&T APC-9 Limited, and we didn't do any modifications to this. And I've had some customers reach out to me and say, "Hey Trav, what's the deal with the safety? It doesn't want to go in a safe." So let me just show you real quick. So on this firearm, the B&T APC-9 Limited, it's clear. So on this firearm, when the issue on these triggers, the triggers right here, the issue was, and sometimes it is, when the hammer is cocked back, it'll go into safe just fine. No problem. Easy. When the hammer is forward, then we hit pretty decent resistance, and you have to kind of force it up to overcome that resistance. I can give you kind of the high level reason on why that is and why I think it is anyway. Just real quick, this trigger shoe and this bar coming through here that the hammer sear catches on, I think what's going on is the geometry on this is pushing down on the front of this lever like so, and it's causing the safety barrel to not be able to rotate fully to engage and push down to prevent the trigger from going in a safe. I think that's what's going on there. Now, I will say on the new Apex trigger, that's not an issue. This trigger has pretty much absolved that issue. So this is the APC9 case, clear. And so it goes in a safe. Again, the hammer is back right now, right? We would expect the safe to drop in nicely. When I pull the trigger, now the hammer's forward, right? And remember, on this one, when the hammer was forward, we had the issue where the safety didn't want to go in. This one seems to go in much easier. I will say, yeah, so anyway, something to note, there's no issues. So one last thing I want to show you is I want to ghost this trigger. I think that's a term by Grand Thumb, right? Ghosting a trigger, that's not my term, so I think it's just kind of become catch term in the industry. So let's ghost this bad boy. So let's rack it. Again, the safety works while it's racked back. All right, so here you go. So there's really not much take up. The reset, pretty short reset. And I'm already at a wall. When I put my finger on there, you can see the tissue on my finger kind of squishing down. Look at that. I'm already putting pressure against it. And watch, here we go again. Let's do that again. So super, there's really no uptake. It's you hit the uptake right out of the gate, maybe 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter, and then the wall, it breaks, and then your reset is only maybe like 2 millimeters. It's pretty short. So the new trigger is pretty much the same as far as how it feels and functions. Again, it's a different style trigger shoe, right? And it's adjustable, but here you go. Let's check it out. I'm already against a wall. Oh, well, there you go. That's why, because it's unsafe. That's what happens when you're looking at a camera. All right, let's try that again. So that has a little bit more, it's up, it feels like it's up against a wall, but I'd say there's a little bit more creep coming in compared to the prior style. Let's do that again. Yeah, see, there's more travel. Let's see how the reset is. So a bit more reset. So there you go. That's what you get with that trigger. Elftmann still makes this style design through here. They sell a lower cost trigger that has this style design versus the new mechanics on this trigger. And the new design, or sorry, rather, the same mechanical design comes with this trigger shoe. So, you know, if you think, based on the video, if you think that you like how this trigger seemed to function, it is available, but it's available with this style trigger shoe now and not this style trigger shoe. So just keep that in mind. And if you ever have any questions, you're always welcome to reach out. You can text me, you can call me. I might not be available to take your call or text, but I will get back with you. And you're welcome to do that any hour of the day, weekend, night, whatever you want. It just might take me some time to get back to you. So I hope you guys do well out there. Oh, one last thing. I think I forgot to mention this. So what's the trigger pull weight? 2 to 3 1/4. So 2 and 3 1/4 to 7 pounds. That's your range for your trigger weight pull. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to text or give a shout out anytime. You guys take care. Bye.